Hello, everyone. This is John Maddox. Here's my update. Still working on this 800. It's kind of been frustrating, especially with December, January, and February, being sick, four times during that period of time. On top of that, slipped on the ice, so my last update, I explained that, even showed you pictures of the bruises. So what we have today here is kind of an update on my injury, in regards to the shoulder. And I'm also going to talk about, what you do when you're, into high intensity training and you have setbacks. So, so with high intensity training, when you do have a setback, what happens is you tend to set a new baseline, right? And then you just figure out where your lifts are at that point in time. And then what you do then is you start to move again with your high intensity training. So like me, I'm training 3 weeks, take a week off, train 3 weeks, take a week off. So I'm now this week, I had a week off, right? This is my first week now of my next 3 weeks of training. And so I've kind of figured out where I'm at. Um, Even though I was sick, I was also adjusting. That's what I remind people is that when I went to start doing these shores, I was realized squatting about an inch high. So I've had to transition to squatting an inch deeper. And so one of the things I've been trying to do here, since I figured that out, is try to break my all-time best squat an inch lower. So 640 pounds. So I'm messing with it just about every squat workout, except for my second weekend where I'm making sure I do that a light week. So I'm not trying to go as crazy as I was before, where I got burnt out by the beginning of December of last year. So what I'm doing now is what you're going to see like lifts this week is now, since I've actually been feeling pretty good all week, I'm going to set my new base. So a lot of the lifts that you're going to see here, going forward, this week on the bench, I mean, I did shrugs this week. I didn't do shrugs after I slipped on the ice. That first Friday, because I slipped on the ice, I believe it was Wednesday, or yeah, it had to have been Wednesday. I didn't train at all, any upper body stuff that Friday. But then the following week after the injury, I did attempt to do some stuff. I could only do some dumbbells up to 30 pounds. That was it. It's all my shoulder could handle. But on the bent row, I could bent row okay. That that shoulder movement for doing a bent row does not bother it. And then that following Friday before my week off, which I just completed my week off, and I'm getting in to this week where I've actually squatted and deadlifted. Um, I was just doing, two boards, pressing, went up to 245, but then my shoulder started to bug me and I had to stop. And then I was able to still do my normal bent rows. So I am going to be benching here on Friday. I don't know what I'll be able to get away with. So my goal is to see if I can push it a little bit further. I could shrug when I was deadlifting. I didn't shrug the previous 3 weeks because of the injury. And I didn't go crazy on my deadlifts either because of the injury. So I think I only went up to 675 pounds. And so, this week, which you can see when I post some of the shorts here, I actually went up to 725 pounds. And so my goal now, and I shrugged up to 6 plates. So I'm hoping that I can do my full upper body workout here on Friday. It's always frustrating when you get an injury. I have full stretch, I have full mobility. I do practice that about once a day. I'm icing at least twice a day. Usually I ice in the morning before I get in the shower, and I also ice when I get back from work. I try to do the ice on major things like the shoulders and my hip. I've had the issues, plenty of videos here talking about my hip injury, dealing with that. Fortunately, my hip's been feeling pretty good. So now I just got a new injury, right? It just moves around the body. Um, so I'm hoping to do some benching on Friday, and I'm not expecting to be at 100%. So if I can do anything past 245, I'd be happy. And obviously, you'll see those shorts, later this week. But anyways, I just want to kind of give you that update. The bruising's pretty much gone. So I'm hoping I can come in here on Friday and at least try to push the pressing as much as I can and hopefully not have the injury, set me back any further. Right? I want to move. I want to get stronger. And again, remember, I'm trying to make up an inch difference in my squat depth. So that's why I feel like it looks like I might be stalling here on my squat. It's just because I just got to get used to squatting an inch lower. So, and I am trying. I mean, I attempted 640 again from one position above the full squat. I'm probably not going to post that. You can only post so many misses with 640 pounds. So obviously at 4 inches above my full squat, I don't have a problem doing it. I've already done that. That video's already been up. But that position 2 inches above, I'm having a challenge with, and obviously I'm having a challenge of getting it full. I have a feeling you know, it's eventually going to happen. So my body is, like at 570, starting to feel pretty good. I'm not trying. When I first started, adjusting everything in the rack, it changed everything because the racks, the hooks, the J hooks themselves, I had to raise up. So to accommodate the fact that I'm standing on plates, and then the plates just have changed my foot position. Where before I knew exactly where to put my feet, it's a little bit of a challenge now to make sure I know where to put my foot because every time I put those plates down, they're not exactly the same as the last time that I put them down. So I hope people understand. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to keep posting. I'm going to keep working. I want to get this thing done. There is a meet coming up in June, and it's going to be at the Royal Oak Gym. And I'm trying to get two guys I know to do that meet in the deadlift. So maybe I'll do the deadlift too. I would like to get a over 700-pound pull for sure in my 50s. I have not done that at a meet yet. That would make my 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s doing over 700 pounds. I believe I can do over 700 pounds without a problem right now. Hip feels good. I obviously just my lifts are down from being sick and having this injury. So hopefully I can peak them up between here and June and do something pretty interesting. But anyways, everyone have yourself a great day.